Hey, Rain here. Today's yet again another build showcase, and it's Soma Prime Incarnon. Today I'm going to show you two builds. So, let us immediately start. The first build is the Viral Heat Merciless Deadhead Bulwark build. The mods I'm using here, we have Serration for increased damage. You're going to use this over Galena Zap because Galena Zap ignores the second evolution on the Soma Prime Incarnon, and that's like 50% of weapons base damage. So you're getting like 30% of the effectiveness from Galena Zap, which is not a lot. You need to have like 7 to 8 status effects onto an enemy to rival Serration. So it's better for you to use Serration over Galena Zap. Galena Chamber for multi-shot. Headsetia, this is an exclusive mod for Soma Prime. Every hit gives you 1.2 critical chance. Resets at the reloading or holstering your weapon. Because the Incarnon form shoots a bunch of projectiles, we can easily cap this, giving us 500% critical chance. Galena Scope does not work on an Incarnon form for some unknown reason, but it doesn't. Doesn't give you the critical chance. Prime Cryo Rounds for cold, a lot of raw damage. Malignant Force for Toxin status chance. Toxin, cold gives us viral. Hellfire for heat. Vital Sense for critical damage. And Vital Acceleration for fire rate. Because the Incarnon form has punch through, Vital Acceleration is better than Prime Shred, giving you overall more damage. And that's it. These are the mods. For the X Weapon Adapter of a highly command free to use, it's going to be Vigilance Supplies to enhance your crits. Really good. For the Arcane, you can use Merciless Deadhead. If you use Bulwark, you're going to remove Serration for blade rounds. That's it. That's the Arcane. For the stats, we don't care about the base form because the Incarnon form is around 40 to 50% more better, like more damage. The only thing I will say here is the Riven Dispo is good. Crit chance, crit damage, multi-shot is by far the best in slot, and I will remove Serration for it. For the stats, the fire rate is very good. Multi-shot is very good. Comes with 4 punch through. Maximum charges is also very good. Critical chance is the worst thing about this weapon, but this thing with Headsetia goes up to 60%, and the 60% critical chance on this weapon is better than regular form Soma with red crits. By a lot. So if you start adding like a critical chance Warframe, Arcane Avenger, Hotshot, or something like that, the Incarnon form is going to be even better. The critical damage is very good, stat chance is slightly better than the base form, and total damage is better than the base form overall damage. Overall, the stats are very good. These are the stats, the mods, the Arcane, and now it's time for me to show you the second build. The second build is the Acuity build. The mods I'm using here, you're going to remove Serration for blade rounds, and we're also going to remove Galena Chamber for primary Acuity. Primary Acuity gives you weak point damage and weak point critical chance. Gives you the active damage when you hit weak points, and gives you also critical chance. The critical chance from primary Acuity works, but Galena Scope doesn't. I don't understand. But yeah, that's it. Everything else here stays the same. These are the mods. For the X Weapon Adapter, it's going to be yet again Vigilance Supplies to enhance your crits. Deadhead is still here, 3% headshot multiplier is huge. You can also remove Hellfire for Stormbringer for electricity damage to complement the 30% headshot multiplier even more. And it also gives you 360 increased damage. That's the Arcane. And for stats, we're going to shoot less projectiles, but we're going to do more damage. The Acuity build does around 30% more damage than the multi-shot build if you hit weak points. If you don't, it's far worse. And there you go. These are stats, the mods, the Arcane, and now it's time for me to show you the Evos. Now for the Evos, the first Evo is transformation stuff. The second Evo increases your base damage by 12 with armor over 450. You get 4 punch through, very good. Works on both base form and the Incarnon form. Evo 3 is going to be weapon recall, plus Deadhead's weapon recall removes the weapon recall entirely. And the final Evo is going to be 0.6 critical damage. If you want a little bit more damage, I will recommend this one, but you have to reload from empty the base form twice to get the base damage increase. This is more damage, but if you don't really care so much about this, the 0.6 critical damage is absolutely fine. And there you go. These are the Evos, and now it's time for me to show you these two builds against the units. Alright, let's start. This is the first build. I'm going to spawn level 2 on F5, Steel Path or Committal Dudes. No buffs armor strip. Jump over here. We need to get some chamber stacks. some stacks overall. There we go. Transform the weapon by pressing the alt fire. Now it's a automatic shotgun. So the 4 punch through that we see in the Incarn form, and then you see like a 8, that's a visual bug. So you have to use Prime Shred if you don't have the armor. If you have the armor 450 plus, you don't need to use Shred. It's just a visual bug. I just completely forgot. But we are fine. There we go. Switch. Really good single target, as you can see. This guy also has around 27 million EHP, which is ridiculously high compared to anything else here. But yeah, that's the first build. Now for the second one. There it is. Spawn these dudes yet again. Need to get some stacks. You can see right here we're generating Headsetia stacks. We get 146% critical chance. Once we cap that with primary acuity, goes up to 95 critical chance. Very consistent yellow critter. There we go. And now, let's see the single target. Really good. It's really, really good. But yeah, those are the two builds. Now it's time for me to show you the Acuity build against the Steel Path enemies. So, let's go. And we're in. I'm up against the corrupted enemies at the Void, Steel Path of course, Valmont, all of that stuff. I'm going to show you this build, the Acuity build. There we go, I need to get some stacks. Beautiful, beautiful. Transform the weapon, pressing the alt fire. And you have yourself a automatic shotgun that shreds. I'm playing in Naros Prime. He has the armor for the 4 punch through. Helps a ton. The clear, even with the 4 punch through, isn't the most reliable one. Punch through clear kind of sucks now. It's all about AoE, chaining, and ricochet. And I will say the Soma Incarnon isn't half bad. When it comes to single target DPSing, it's good. It's truly good. I would recommend like critical chance Warframes and buffs to complement the critical chance even more, because the critical damage and the base damage and the multi-shot it has is really, really good. It's also the most broken weapon. And you're like, broken, so overpowered. No, broken in the sense, Gillen's scope doesn't work, Gillen's chamber didn't work, now it works. Headsetia didn't work on the Incarn form, now it works. It ignores like the second Evo, which is 50% the weapon's damage. I'm talking about Gillen Zap. So it's like the most buggiest broken weapon. Definitely has a lot of spaghetti coating on it. It shows that I have 4 punch through on the Incarn form. You don't. Then it shows you like 8 punch through. That's a visual bug. But overall, the weapon works, as you can see. Boop, boop, boop. Transform, shoot. Easily generating Headsetia. Now we have more critical chance than a galvanized scope, for example. Beautiful. We cap Headsetia, as you can see. Truly a good weapon. Beautiful. These doodlies. Alright, let's wait for the Acolyte to spawn now. Eki boy's here! Let me use this ability real quick. Alright, Eki boy, transform this thing back. Michael, give me a second. Give me a second, buddy. Transform. We do not have Headsetia, but it's fine. This thing shreds, as you can see. Whoa, buddy, where are you? Goodbye, Eki boy. There you go. This was also buffless. No buffs at all. You don't really need to use buffs on the Incarnon weapon. Incarnons always do damage, as you can see. But yeah, that's the weapon. Time for me to leave, boys. And be right back. And there you go. Soma Prime Incarnon is very good. It's a really good single targeter. It's one of those weapons I would recommend. I really enjoy problem solving. Like, for example, Soma Prime Incarnon has a horrible critical chance, so you have to use like Warframes and specific arcanes and mods and abilities to complement the critical chance even more, to make it even stronger as it is. And I really enjoy that compared to the other Incarnons. Other Incarnons have like really good critical chance, critical damage, stash chance, total damage. There's nothing to problem solve. The weapon is already perfect, complete, you know? Soma is more interesting. But yeah, that's the weapon and the builds. I hope you guys enjoy the builds. Leave a like and sub, and of course, see you all next time. Thank you. Goodbye.